My oldest friend in the world, Steve, who I've known since primary school, has bought a new car. Now, that doesn't sound like big news, does it? But actually, Steve's been driving around in the same rattly old Volkswagen Golf for about 1,000,000 years. Paint peeling off it, water leaking into it. It's, yeah, I think it's fair to say it's seen better days. But he's moved on to something which is rather a jump up. Haven't seen it yet. I've seen a couple of photographs of it, but very keen to have a look. And thought I'd bring you guys along. Let's go and see what he's bought. Are you the star of YouTube channel working on the house?
I am.
Fantastic. Well, it's great to meet you. Thank you so much for coming around and agreeing to this collaboration. Oh, it's a bit more like it, isn't it? So this is an Audi Q5.
Don't ask me any technical jargon. It's white.
Yeah, with you so far.
Black wheels.
Yeah.
And it's shiny.
It is shiny. Yeah, yeah. And this is basically the full drug dealer spec, isn't it? Black wheels, absolutely. Blacked out glass.
I'm a little bit ooh, look at Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's very cool. Let's have a look inside. Oh, that's proper Audi, isn't it?
The leather is lovely. I don't normally like leather, but is that? It's not Nappa, is it? The Nappa is the.
Nappa's a bit more textured, I think. A little bit more textured. Yeah. Oh, it looks good though, doesn't it? And that's so you keep your crystal meth in the back, is it?
It's more of a cocaine.
Cocaine
dealer. Yeah,
yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, fair enough. Cocaine cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh well, 4x4.
Cracks a bit, you know, a bit common. Yeah.
Yes, fair enough.
Do you mind?
Fair enough.
At our age,
yeah,
it's very important to have a vehicle that's easy to get in and out of.
You're right. And I'll tell you what, these seats are comfy, aren't they?
They're lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a very nice feature. Not that I'm a big convertible man.
Yeah.
It's got a full panoramic roof.
Oh.
Which is rather nice.
Yeah. I like the black headlining as well.
Yeah.
I had black headlining in my last car and I miss it in this one. I think it's cool. Does it open?
It does. Quite a long way.
Oh, that's nice.
So.
Yeah, we approve of that.
Yeah, well, I knew you would.
Yeah. And this is all very, very Audi down here, isn't it?
Like I said, you'll have to show me how this works.
Yeah.
I haven't really got a clue.
No, well, it's all reasonably straightforward.
Mate, it's the space shuttle.
We like. We like. Very good. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. First drive in a new Steve-mobile.
This electric handbrake thing.
Does it come off when you just drive away?
I haven't tried.
Try it. Put the handbrake on. Okay, and now just drive. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Don't you bother with this pushing of buttons and pulling of levers, mate. You're in a posh car now.
Well, there you go. First thing I've learned. It's only been 5 minutes. The other appalling thing is I had no idea of the engine power performance.
Right.
Until I actually retrospectively looked back at the advert and found out, actually, good news is it's the higher output one.
Okay.
So it's is it 175 horsepower?
Uh-huh.
Which is nice.
You don't know, do you?
It's pretty though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lovely colour. Marianne tried to get in the wrong car again the other day. She found another grey one and tried to get in it. Because her car's grey. I know. She's a very special girl. Hello, Marianne. So sorry. I'll pay for that later.
But you just waft along in it. It's great.
I know. Yeah.
You just waft.
Welcome to middle age.
Oh, it's great. These seats.
Oh, yeah, they are nice
Middle age,
seats.
but comfortable.
Are they heated? They are heated, yes. Buttons down here.
Yeah. Oh,
lovely.
Meg absolutely loved the heated seats. I think it was the first time she'd been warm in her life. Apart from her hands were still cold, but...
Obs. She could sit on them. Okay, we want to see the full berries now.
What's that mean?
Flow. car's got a lot of pickup.
Yeah, well,
That's all right though, isn't it?
It's even got flappy paddle things for the gearbox in it.
Has it?
Yeah.
It has. Look at that. I bet they've never been used in its life. Why would you?
It just seems to make that needle on the left-hand side change. But
Okay.
other than that, I don't
That's a
really
lot
know
of
what it
difference.
does.
Yeah.
It's got like snowy winter tyres on it on the back.
Okay. Why?
So
Fair enough.
well, there's loads of tread on them.
Yeah,
But,
good
it's
enough.
surprisingly quiet considering. I mean, they're proper like off-road tyres.
Huh. How queer.
Really helpful and useful for getting off the driveway in slippery.
So why an Audi Q5, Mr. Steve?
Size. I wanted a little bit more comfort and a little bit more room.
Uh-huh.
So I'm a grandparent now. We quite often have our two young grandsons. So they're sort of like 4 and 2. So obviously when we're looking after them, we have quite a lot of clobber to sort of carry around and look after. And also I'm thinking long term, we'd like to be able to go away, maybe sort of south of France, camping,
Oh,
holiday.
nice. Yeah.
I thought something like this will hopefully be quite suitable for like going the distance, having all the extra gubbins that you'll have going away on holiday.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And it is a little bit shallow, but a lot of it's to do with the styling as well. I really just like the styling of the Q5 with the S-Line pack.
Which is what, bigger wheels and stuff?
Bigger wheels, yep. I believe it's got the skirts and everything else. It's just subtle differences. I'm not even really sure. I mean, you're a bit of a nerd. You'll probably be able to tell me more than me. But visually, it just looks so much nicer than the standard Q5.
Yeah.
I've not driven it at night yet either.
Have you not?
Interestingly. And this thing has got amazing xenon LED daylight running lights and all that malarkey.
Oh.
I think it'd be the first car I've ever had where I'll actually be able to see clearly at night.
Well, that'll be helpful. What would they think of next?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Corrado was absolutely abysmal at night.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they're just absolutely renowned for it because they actually had a wiring kit that you could fit to them to improve the voltage going to the headlights,
Right.
to make them brighter.
That's worrying when a company like VW turns out a car like that, isn't it? Where you can aftermarket fix the wiring.
Yeah. Isn't it along here that you used to do donuts in the
Yeah, in here.
One Escort?
Yeah. Oh, those are the days. It's a nice ride actually, considering it's the S-Line, which you'd think would be a bit sort of harder and stiffer and whatnot.
Presumably it's got quite long travel
Yes,
in the suspension.
I guess so, because it's quite a high vehicle, isn't it?
What with our mobility issues.
Yeah, and plenty of room for the Zimmer frame in the back, which I think is a great feature. Do you know, somebody put a comment on Aquaholic, did a video about me and Marianne in having a weekend on the boat. Somebody put, "Oh, it's so lovely to see old people still in love."
That's classic.
Yeah, I think Marianne is now reevaluating her options. Somewhat younger than me.
I can't remember the last time I went for a drive for the sake of a drive.
I know, I was thinking that myself the other day. I think I do a little bit of driving around the place anyway, so I don't really need to. But you're right, we used to just go out and cruise till the tyres fell off, didn't we? We used to go to extra services and then go to the toilet.
Put
and
a
then drive
fiver of fuel in.
back. Yeah, true.
I mean, obviously that was the...
You went to change gear then, didn't you?
I went to put my foot on the clutch. Not going to lie.
Oh,
Oh, very close.
we won't go that way then.
Chudley. Let's go to Chudley.
Okay. We could presumably just off-road through the woods in this.
That's possibly an option.
Yeah.
As long as it's no more treacherous than the driveway, because obviously we just sit there wheel spinning.
I understand. I'd like to point out to the viewers that this is not actually flickering. It's flickering on the screen in here because I've got the wrong film speed on it or something. But it's not flickering in real life. You'd be pleased to know. Oh.
We're definitely going to Chudley. It's a lovely place.
I wave back then. That's a terrible thing to do, isn't it? It's the driver's job, isn't it? I hate it when I'm driving and somebody else waves thank you. It's like, no, just, I've got this, all right?
So we think, well, look at that lovely elderly couple.
A lovely elderly couple of drug dealers.
Let's go to Ideford.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice. Nearly bought one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is with that, I would have never have got the Golf GTI that I really wanted.
Right.
Because that was, you know, is it the Mark 7, the latest one? With the
Mark 7.5, I think, right now.
And they do two versions of that. They do the higher performance one with the proper limited slip diff and everything else.
Yeah.
And the money for them is out of my league.
Actually.
25, I think.
Yeah. Bonkers, isn't it?
Extern closed. Everything's closed.
You can come out on a T-junction. If you turn right, it brings back out to the A380. English people like nothing more than discussing directions to get to places, don't they? So it's second only to the weather. There we are. And how are you finding driving an auto?
Lovely, really, really nice. Well, whenever I drove abroad, I was always driving an automatic because that's kind of the only choices that they normally have for the car rental places.
Uh-huh.
And I must admit, I grew quite fond of them then, and I thought, do you know what? Next time I do actually go to change the car, I'm seriously going to look at automatics.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, no regrets so far. It's just so comfortable, so much more relaxing.
Yeah. I think also modern autos are so different to what we used to when we were growing up, when they were really crap 3-speed, dull-witted.
I never really drove them, so I don't know.
Oh, they were terrible. And of course, cars weren't very powerful either, so the power they sap you really lost, and so forth. Wow, well this is why the road's closed then. Some sort of resurfacing, I think. Okay, full throttle, Mr. Parsons, come on.
Is it sufficient?
Oh yeah, I think you should be able to outrun the police with that, no problem.
I was quite surprised as well. This is how much little research I've done on buying the vehicle, which is not to be proud of. When I filled up my fuel, funny. It's what's the additive called?
AdBlue.
AdBlue for diesel. Yeah, It has that.
Wow.
So yeah, wish me luck with that.
Yeah. Don't think you do that very often though.
Yeah, I don't know how often you have to fill it up with that. I know we don't have to do it very often at the transit at work, because that uses it.
Yeah.
Then I think that's got quite a large tank anyway.
Right. It's nice sitting high up though, isn't it? Perhaps I should get an SUV next.
Maybe.
I sit very low in my car. I can see the appeal. Look, we can look over the roof of this Citroen, like we're better than it, which of course we are. Look at that. Sucker.
That's really childish.
I know.
You haven't changed, have you?
No. Now, are you sure that's a big enough brake pedal? Because it's only about a foot square, that's the other one I'm thinking. God, the hotel's gone completely now.
Mate, when was the last time you got out?
I don't tend to look around when I'm driving. I look at the road ahead of me. I'm old fashioned like that. I'm one of the last people to do it.
Or is it because you're too busy checking on your phone?
Yeah. Facebook doesn't update itself, you know.
It's one for Insta. Cruising.
Yeah.
This is for old time's sake, isn't it?
It is. Should we cruise chicks?
What do you do with them once you
I don't know.
Automatic wiper thing had me confused for a little while because it doesn't have a dedicated position on the switch, does it? It's the intermittent position.
Yeah, well, that is what it is. But it's just that the intermittent is variable depending on how heavy the rain's falling.
Yeah. I've got to accept it. But
Yeah, I know.
no, just auto. That'd be nice.
No, it's intermittent. It is intermittent. It just varies the speed depending on how much it's raining.
Yeah.
I like these racing barriers we've got now. They're
Yeah.
excellent.
COVID.
Yes. Yeah. They actually stopped COVID from getting into the pavement, apparently. It's amazing. Oh, look.
Oh, seriously? When was the last time you got out? You've got to stop with the social media when you're driving, Nick. You remember working on a Mark 1 Escort there a few years ago as well?
Yeah, it was a few years ago, wasn't it? How many years ago was that? We were 15.
Yeah.
16. We were 16. I wasn't old enough to drive it.
We weren't even on mopeds then.
Were we not?
No.
Crikey, we was 15 then. Oh, that's ridiculous.
What car would you love to have in your ownership again out of all of the vehicles that you've owned?
Oh.
If you could only have one.
Oh, is this? Hang on, do I have to actually use it and drive it, or can I keep it in the garage and have it for special days?
No,
there's a
this would
big
just be this will just be your play thing.
Just a play thing, understood. It's gonna have to be the OTT Capri, surely. It's either the OTT Capri,
Yeah, see, I didn't even consider that one.
yeah, or the 2 litre S Capri.
I don't think I ever saw it. Was that the black one?
No, the bright yellow orangey, ambery coloured one with the Recaro fishnet seats. That was
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw that one.
You did. It's a fantastic car. 2 litre S. Or I do have a soft spot for that Mark II Golf GTI.
Oh, yeah. And that is something you could live with every day as well, isn't it?
Well, it's got no air conditioning, but you know, it's usable. But yeah, that was a great car. That's a car I should have just bought and kept.
Yeah.
With hindsight,
I wonder what that'd be worth now.
quite a lot, because it was a good one. It was one of the very last of the big bumper, with the BBS 15-inch alloys and the 16 valve style seats, and just properly all original. It was a lovely car. Oh, look at you burning off the buses like a boss.
I know. Add in.
Happy days. So there you go, a ride with Nick and Steve in Nick's? No, try it again. I'm not used to having a new car, alright? A ride with Steve and Nick in Steve's new Q5 Audi. Pleased with it?
Very pleased. Yes. Very nice.
That's the important
I
thing.
know how to work the heater and aircon now.
Yeah, I've been giving him lessons. We even had the handbook out at one point. I decided not to film that. It was just too tragic for words.
I was quite impressed.
Yeah, we got it all sorted
Apparently
out.
every car's got one.
What would I think of next?
Oh, no, crazy.
Unbelievable. So there you go. Over and out from the Q5. To the pit.